Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And congratulations on finding diamonds in education, the gala event of the New Haven Schools Foundation. Tonight's program will begin in exactly 29 minutes. Now would be a great time to get yourself set up for bidding on the Diamonds in Education auctions or to donate. Start by going to diamondsineducation.com and click on Visit the Auction. That will take you to the Diamonds in Education gallery at the Greater Giving site that is handling our auction and donations. Just click on Get Started. If you've used Greater Giving before, simply log yourself in and you're all set. If you're new to Greater Giving, click on Create Account and stick with me. Enter and confirm your email address, then click the box to prove you're a real person. Before you know it, you'll receive an email message, and all you have to do with that is click the link to confirm you entered the right address. That will bring you back to Greater Giving where you will enter your name, address, mobile phone number, and credit card information. Click on Create, and you're all set to see the New Haven Schools Foundation's Diamonds in Education gallery for when you decide to bid on some of our awesome auction items or donate to help students in the New Haven Unified School District. We'd like to thank Bill and John and Cody from Edit One Productions for all their assistance with producing our Diamonds in Education gala.
And please raise a glass to our media sponsor, the Tri-City Voice. There are many ways that you can help support the students of the New Haven Unified School District.
You can attend our events, make a donation to New Haven Schools Foundation, or volunteer.
Why not take a minute right now to call a friend or post to social media to say that Diamonds in Education is about to start? Just point them to diamondsineducation.com and they'll find their way.
Let's take a moment to appreciate our Sapphire sponsors. Art and Cheryl Coleman, Subrobot, and Integral Communities.
Emerald sponsors for Diamonds in Education are Masonic Homes of California, Cindy and Mike O'Brien, Republic Services, and Washington Township Medical Foundation. Thank you for supporting the students of New Haven Unified. Now a word from Emerald sponsor, Republic Services.
So what differentiates us from our competition? We have the best drivers, the best mechanics, the best customer service folks, and we all work together with one goal to provide great service to our customers.
In the minds of our customers, the brand really stands for three things. It stands for simple solutions, reliable, and environmentally responsible.
The Republic Services brand means to me reliability, and reliability means a lot of different things. Primarily it means service. It means we're going to do what we say we're going to do.
Most proud of the job that everybody here does every day. People really sincerely want to go out and make our customers happy and do the best that they can. It's not just what we say, but it really truly is what we do every day.
Here in Republic Services we have the Net Promoter Score, right? And the numbers are going in the right trend. And it's because, we take very seriously the customer experience.
For me, I feel very proud to wear this jacket. I mean, to represent Republic Services. I'm proud of what I do and what it stands for.
I feel proud to wear the Republic Services star. It represents a group of people all working together to kind of achieve one goal, and that's excellent customer service.
You walk in a store and somebody sees your jacket and they go, "Oh, you work for Republic." Yes, I work for Republic. I'm proud of it.
As we're rebranding some of our sites and we're putting up the Republic blue with the star on it at all of our sites, I got to tell you, it looks great. And I think the whole rebranding is just looks fantastic. I love the blue, I love the star, and I think our customers really associate that with the level of excellence that they're getting in our facilities.
The service we provide should absolutely be the most important thing to everybody who works there.
21 minutes. Just 21 minutes till Diamonds in Education kicks off.
It takes a lot of people to pull off an event like tonight's gala. We'd like to thank the event committee that has been working on Diamonds in Education for many months. Our co-chairs are Galen Hamilton and Tracy Noriega.
The rest of the committee includes Tina Baba Dia Mastel and Remy Fortier,
Chuck Kennedy and Cindy O'Brien,
Michael Ritchie, John Shockley,
Anson Ching, Jerry Williams and Julie Zhu,
and the incomparable Helen Kennedy. Now here's a message from our Emerald sponsor, Masonic Homes of California.
Good evening, this is Gary Charlin, the President and CEO of the Masonic Homes of California here in Union City. And we are incredibly proud to be a sponsor of the Diamonds in Education Gala for the New Haven Schools Foundation this year. I know it's been a little bit different and we are maintaining our social distance and wearing our masks, but we will be back together again, in person, face to face, next year. So from all of us at the Masonic Homes, I bid you a wonderful evening and thank you for all of your support of the New Haven Schools Foundation. And we'll see you in person and be together next year. Thank you and good evening.
Now would be a great time to get yourself set up for bidding on the Diamonds in Education auctions or to donate. Start by going to diamondsineducation.com and click on Visit the Auction. That will take you to the Diamonds in Education gallery at the Greater Giving site that is handling our auction and donations. Just click on Get Started. If you've used Greater Giving before, simply log yourself in and you're all set. If you're new to Greater Giving, click on Create Account and stick with me. Enter and confirm your email address, then click the box to prove you're a real person. Before you know it, you'll receive an email message, and all you have to do with that is click the link to confirm you entered the right address. That will bring you back to Greater Giving where you will enter your name, address, mobile phone number, and credit card information. Click on Create, and you're all set to see the New Haven Schools Foundation's Diamonds in Education gallery for when you decide to bid on some of our awesome auction items or donate to help students in the New Haven Unified School District. And now this message from New Haven Schools Foundation's gold sponsor, Fremont Bank.
At Fremont Bank, we learned early on that we had to do things differently from the big banks. As a small, independent bank, we didn't follow their blueprint or play by their rules. Instead, we changed the rules. We didn't treat customers like numbers. We didn't answer to faraway boardrooms, and we didn't turn away when our community needed us most. We focused on building our bank, one client, one branch, and one business at a time.
We are so grateful to our Diamond sponsors Al and Marcia Badella.
We are so thankful to the board and staff of New Haven Schools Foundation, the event committee, and the production team that put together tonight's virtual gala, Diamonds in Education. These people have put in months of work to make tonight's presentation fun and enjoyable for all of you. Please think of them as you place your bids and donate to fund a need.
Alameda County selected New Haven Schools Foundation for Emergency Support as a worthy nonprofit organization whose operations were negatively affected by the pandemic in 2020. Thank you to our District 2 Supervisor Richard Valle for helping to arrange the grant.
stay tuned for the presentation of the Tom Kitayama Business Award. This year we will honor 2 recipients, Tom Medeiros of Tom's Flowers and Laurel Beebe of Oak Cake. If you haven't already done it, now would be a great time to get yourself set up for bidding on the Diamonds in Education auctions or to donate. Start by going to diamondsineducation.com and click on Visit the Auction. That will take you to the Diamonds in Education gallery at the Greater Giving site that is handling our auction and donations. Just click on Get Started. If you've used Greater Giving before, simply log yourself in and you're all set. If you're new to Greater Giving, click on Create Account and stick with me. Enter and confirm your email address, then click the box to prove you're a real person. Before you know it, you'll receive an email message, and all you have to do with that is click the link to confirm you entered the right address. That will bring you back to Greater Giving where you will enter your name, address, mobile phone number, and credit card information. Click on Create, and you're all set to see the New Haven Schools Foundation's Diamonds in Education gallery for when you decide to bid on some of our awesome auction items or donate to help students in the New Haven Unified School District.
go anywhere. It's just 6.5 minutes to Diamonds in Education.
One exciting part of the program that's coming up is awarding of the Guy Emanuele Service Award to Rhonda Neagle. You definitely don't want to miss that.
There are many ways that you can help support the students of the New Haven Unified School District.
You can attend our events, make a donation to New Haven Schools Foundation, or volunteer.
Why not take a minute right now to call a friend or post to social media to say that Diamonds in Education is about to start? Just point them to diamondsineducation.com and they'll find their way.
Once again, we would like to thank all our sponsors: Edit One Productions, Tri-City Voice, Integral Communities, Subru Bhatt, Art and Cheryl Kuhlman, Washington Township Medical Foundation, Republic Services, Cindy and Mike O'Brien, Masonic Homes of California, Gold sponsor Fremont Bank, Diamond sponsor Al and Marsha Badela, Community partner Alameda County District 2 Supervisor Richard Valle, and presenting sponsor Washington Hospital Healthcare System. These sponsors make it possible for New Haven Schools Foundation to provide scholarships to the students of New Haven Unified as well as grants to the teachers of the district.
When you bid on an item in the silent auction, you can set an upper limit to your bid in case someone outbids you. Just click on Set Max Bet, and your bid will be automatically increased if someone overbids you, up to the maximum that you set. Remember that silent auctions and Fund a Need are open until January 29th, so check back often.
The community sponsor of Diamonds in Education is our supervisor from District 2 of the Alameda County Board of Supervisors, Richard Valle, who provides us with an important update about COVID-19.
Hi, my name is Audrey Lamb. I'm a registered nurse for the Alameda County Public Health Department, and we're here giving COVID vaccines today.
Hi, so you're going to follow me, and we're still practicing social distancing. So, excuse me.
Can you verify your name and date of birth for me?
Julia Miller, July 17, 1990.
Perfect. All right, is your right arm okay? All right. Can we get that onto that sweatshirt for me? All right, you ready? All right, so this card, you're going to keep it, and this is your information for which vaccine you got, and you're going to come back and bring this with you when you come back the 26th of January.
I work at a COVID test site, and just seeing the impact of what it has on people's life is pretty devastating, so I chose to get vaccinated.
So it's very important that following your COVID vaccine, you return on the date listed on the back of your vaccination record card. It's also important that you continue to wear your mask when out in public, avoid gatherings, and stay 6 feet away from other people, and also that you continue to wash your hands.
And now a word from Diamonds in Education's presenting sponsor Washington Hospital Healthcare System. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. The New Haven Schools Foundation's Diamonds in Education Gala starts in 3, 2, 1.
Good evening. My name is Kabir Singh, and I'm your host for tonight's Diamonds in Education Gala, a benefit for student needs and college scholarships here in the New Haven Unified School District. Thank you for joining us. Your health and safety are our top priority due to the effects of the coronavirus pandemic. And for the first time ever, this year's Diamonds in Education is a virtual event. I'm confident you'll find this event entertaining and fun to watch in a safe environment. Tonight we'll hear from our co-host for the evening, Kimberly Hartz, the CEO of the Washington Hospital Healthcare System, and Alameda County Supervisor Valle will be awarding not just one, but 2 Tom Kitayama Business Awards to local entrepreneurs who are always there for us at our annual galas. Tom's Flowers and Oh Cake. The Guy Emanuele Service Award will be going to the fabulous Mutt Strut Wrangler and board member Rhonda Neagle. We have some great entertainment lined up as well. I'm going to be doing some stand-up comedy to get you laughing. And the award-winning James Logan High School Jazz Choir will perform. There will be even a special visit from James Logan's alumni, Daryle the Guru Johnson and the Honorable Delane Easton. But let's be clear about why we're here tonight. This is a fundraiser to keep our student programs going during a year that has been catastrophic for local nonprofits. We can't keep the wheels on the bus without your help. To that end, we have a number of auction prizes. You can bid on diamondsineducation.com. We'll have a Fun and Need auction and a live auction conducted by the New Haven School Superintendent, Dr. John Thompson. So John returns once again to run our annual auction. He is also a member of the advisory board for NHSF, and we're thrilled to have him. So let's go to John at the auction site, and he will explain how the donations and bids for the auction items can be made online via our website.
Thanks, Kabir, and hello to all of you watching at home. As you know, we're here tonight to support important scholarships and classroom projects. We will have some great auction prizes and a Fund a Need drive where we will be asking you to help keep these programs going for our students. Some of the live auction prizes include a spa weekend at the Purple Orchid in the Livermore Wine Country, a stay at a secluded cabin in Truckee, a large screen color TV, and the ever and always popular paella party at Tony and Helen's house. We may also have some surprises along the way, so stay tuned. If you haven't participated in a Fund a Need auction before, the premise is simple. Every dollar generously given will go directly to a classroom and enrichment activities in our schools. We start with the bidding high and work our way down to lower dollar amounts as we go. Our hope is that everyone attending will find a level that works for them. That's our goal. Right now, I'd like to help you get set up so that when the bidding starts, you are pre-registered and ready to bid. Once you register, you can view and bid on the silent and live auction items. You can also submit a Fund a Need contribution. We're broadcasting live via YouTube tonight, and you will be using your computers or smartphones to bid separately. Start by going to our HTTP address, which is diamondsineducation.com. You don't need any wwws, just diamondsineducation.com. That will get you set up on our Greater Giving online bidding platform, and you'll be ready to go. You can also mail a check to make a Fund a Need donation as well. Now, back to you, Kabir, and on with the show.
Thanks, John. This is going to be fun, man. And now for our 2 honorary hosts for the Diamonds in Education, have a few words to share with you. Both are important sponsors for tonight's event and of the foundation in general. We're excited that they're here tonight. First up is Kimberly Hartz, followed by Valle. After 25 years of work at Washington Hospital, Kimberly was appointed as CEO in 2019. Everybody, please welcome Kimberly.
Thank you, Kabir, and thank you for being our MC tonight. I'm excited to be here virtually as co-host tonight to welcome you to the New Haven Schools Foundation's annual Diamonds in Education Gala. While we miss gathering together with fellow supporters of education, these are unprecedented times. We need everyone to stay safe and enjoy this event from the comfort of your own home. Washington Hospital Healthcare System has proudly supported the New Haven Schools Foundation for many years through scholarships and event sponsorships. Our top priority is providing excellent healthcare to our patients and community. We partnered with the foundation and funded a grant for the CPR training with the goal of ensuring that each school campus has staff members equipped with this life-saving skill. This is just one example of the great work that the New Haven Schools Foundation does. Fundraisers like this raise money to provide classroom innovations, funding for literacy and extracurricular programs, and STEM education. In the past 5 years alone, the Schools Foundation has given over $200,000 to teachers for greatly needed school and classroom programs that benefit all students. This year, having adapted to online teaching methods, teachers have unique needs. The foundation expects to see an even greater number of requests to fund projects that enrich the new educational experience for these young people. These requests cannot be funded without your help. I'm going to hand things over to my co-host for the evening, Alameda County Supervisor Richard Valle. Like me, Richard strongly believes in the work of the New Haven Schools Foundation. He was instrumental in securing an emergency nonprofit support grant from the county that has helped to keep the organization afloat during the pandemic. Thank you all again for watching tonight and supporting education in New Haven Unified. This year especially, teachers and students need our help. Take it away, Richard.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Diamonds in Education, our telethon to raise funds for the New Haven Schools Foundation. I'm honored to co-host tonight's event and to congratulate our award winners whom you'll meet very soon. This organization is near and dear to my heart because I know firsthand how it helps our local students. I grew up in Union City. I attended schools in New Haven Unified School District, and I graduated from James Logan High School. My current position and success are a direct result of the fine education I received here. I am proud to say that I've served on the advisory board and been a sponsor of New Haven Schools Foundation since its incorporation in 2007, even before I became an Alameda County Supervisor. During this time, we have awarded college scholarships to over 1,000 students through donations totaling almost $1.2 million. All of these students are exceptionally bright, and many would not be able to seek higher education without this support. We thank you for making that happen. We are only able to do this work because of your support, our teachers with donations from generous community members just like you. During this time of COVID-19, fundraising has suffered greatly, and in-person events are just not possible. However, I strongly believe in our youth, and we cannot forget them during this time. The need to support programs that serve our students is important and worthwhile, and I encourage you to join me in making a donation to the New Haven Schools Foundation. Every little bit helps, and it goes to a worthy cause. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Enjoy Diamonds in Education 2020.
Hey, it's your boy Daryle the Guru Johnson dropping in from 95.7 The Game Sports Radio. My passion for sports exploded right here in Union City, California at James Logan High School. I had a dream of talking sports professionally, and it was fostered by the great athletic programs in our local schools. I got my start here, and now I chat with sport legends and the best fans in the world every day. Dreams do come true. Students learn valuable life lessons by participating in sports and other after-school activities. Teamwork, integrity, trust, accountability, these are all qualities that help students develop the skills needed to become leaders of tomorrow. Times are tough, we all know that, and extracurricular programs are often overlooked, but they are so important because of how they prepare a student for life. Listen, you probably would have spent $100 on a ticket to this gala anyway, right? But since we're virtual, how about just making a donation instead? Every dollar counts. I thank you, and our kids thank you.
Thank you, Kimberly and Richard, for sharing your perspective and insights. And it is great to see Logan alumni like Daryle, the guru, back supporting the community. I'd like to take a few moments here to recognize our sponsors for tonight's events. And I hope you'll give them a huge virtual round of applause. First off, the presenting sponsors for Diamonds in Education are Washington Hospital, Healthcare System, and community supporter Alameda County. We are grateful to our generous Diamond sponsors, Al and Marsha Badella. Much appreciation goes to our gold sponsor, Fremont Bank, our emerald sponsor, Masonic Homes of California, Republic Services, Washington Township Medical Foundation, and Mike and Cindy O'Brien. Sapphire sponsors are Art and Cheryl Kuhlman and Subaru Bhatt. We also want to express our deepest appreciation to Edit One Production, who stepped up to record each of the segments for tonight's shows and supplied countless hours of video editing. And a big thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. Their support and donations from all of you will help ensure the foundation can continue to provide important academic and scholarship programs for local students. Now it's time to present our first Tom Kitayama Business Award, and to do the honors, I'd like to introduce you Galen Hamilton. Galen is the Chief Operating Officer for Washington Township Medical Foundation, one of tonight's sponsors. He also serves as the Treasurer of the New Haven Schools Foundation and is the co-chair of tonight's gala. Everybody, please welcome Galen Hamilton, everybody.
The Tom Kitayama Award recognizes community-minded businesses and organizations that have provided extraordinary support to our foundation over the years. This year's award recognizes the sweetest of supporters, Chef Laurel, Seymour-Beebe, our favorite baker from O Cake in Union City. Let's start by remembering the award's namesake, Tom Kitayama. As mayor of Union City, Tom Kitayama was a strong proponent of education in our community, and in recognition, the Kitayama Elementary School and this award were named after him. We first approached Laurel Beebe with an idea for a fundraiser. She makes spectacularly beautiful cakes, each one custom designed and uniquely original. The idea was to auction off a few of these confections at our annual Diamonds in Education Gala, and Laura graciously agreed to donate the cakes as prizes. Here's how it turned out. Our team encouraged table groups to bid on the cakes Laurel provided for auction. Little did we know that each individual cake would sell for $500 to $1,500, generating much-needed funds to support student programs. This became one of our most popular and most successful fundraisers. You can see from the photos how each of Laurel's cakes is a work of art. She takes the time to develop the theme and design for each mouth-watering cake. Decadent chocolate cake with glossy ganache icing, fresh carrot cake with the lightest of cream cheese frosting, and who can forget the jackpot cake Laurel designed for our casino night event. Laurel always puts together a delightful dessert table that generates oohs and ahs from our guests and bidders. I would estimate that Laurel's gorgeously delicious cakes have generated over $25,000 in donations at our recent galas. I'd like to invite Chef Laurel Beebe to join me and accept this award, lovingly presented by the New Haven Schools Foundation. Congratulations to Laurel and O Cake.
Thank you, Galen, and thank you, the New Haven Schools Foundation. I'm honored to accept this award and grateful to the foundation for recognizing O Cake. Baking, combined with working with our youth in many capacities, has been one of the greatest and most rewarding joys of my career. It is always wonderful to have the opportunity to support education and our students through the art and science of baking. That you have been able to raise so much money for school programs from my cakes is simply amazing, and I'm humbled that so many people have loved my work over the past few years. Again, thank you so much. This means a lot to me, and I will treasure it always.
Next up is comedian Kabir Singh, who has sold out every major comedy club on the West Coast, including The Comedy Store, The Punchline, Cobb's Comedy Club, all the Improvs, and Las Vegas showrooms. He has famously said that moms run the world, and you'll hear about his own mom coming up. To all you teachers out there, he's going to make you squirm, but he's also going to make you laugh. Please welcome Kabir Kabeezy Singh.
How is it going, everybody? Isn't this nice? Make some noise, illegal audience members. Diamonds in Education Gala event. By the way, it's amazing to be here as somebody that has failed many school classes. It is amazing that I'm here. I went to school in Fremont, California, and I swear to God, I was like the only Indian that failed math. And it was great because everybody around me failed too. You would yell at me after class and be like, hey man, I thought you knew your stuff. It's like, this is what happens when you cheat. You know, you can't do that. That's not nice. But it is interesting though. It's crazy though. I mean, this is amazing. I know there's a lot of parents out there. I have very overprotective parents. I don't know if you guys have that. My mom is a psychopath. If she does not hear from me for more than 4 hours, I'm a missing person report. Like, I have seen myself on Dateline. It is weird. I remember about a few years ago, I accidentally boarded a flight from London to LA, 12-hour flight. I forgot to call my mom before I boarded it. So halfway through the flight, I was like, damn, I gotta call my mom to let her know I'm okay. So I had to use the airplane phone to call my mom in Hindi because she doesn't like to speak to me in English. So I had to use the airplane phone looking like this in another language, right? So halfway through the flight, I call my mom. I'm like, hey, mom, मैं flight 152 में हूँ, सब कुछ ठीक है, जब land करूँगा, मैं call करूँगा. I swear. I mean, the guy next to me just starts crying. Yeah. And then he called his mom and started telling her how much he loves her, which is very inappropriate. I was like, I am an Indian from Portland, Oregon / Fremont. It's going to be fine. But my mom is crazy, though. She is not happy that I do stand-up comedy. She has raised 3 kids. 2 sisters of mine are a doctor and lawyer. They both went to Harvard. And this is me. And I'm not welcome during Thanksgiving. In fact, my mom's favorite day of the year is Halloween because for one day a year, her son's a doctor, which is very mean. And she'll punish me in weird ways, too. Like last year, I upset her. And as a punishment is I had to go take my cousin trick-or-treating for Halloween, which was like, I don't care. I love Halloween. I don't mind it. I go pick up my cousin. He's an 11-year-old Indian cousin. You know what he's dressed like? A Slurpee. I'm not even kidding you. He dressed himself up like a Slurpee. I wanted to slap the straw off his face. He walks out the house. I'm like, why are you dressed like a Slurpee? You're Indian. Why would you make fun of... People make fun of us about this. Why would you decide to do this, right? But I couldn't say any of that because I was dressed like Aladdin. I was like, just hop on the carpet. It's going to be a long ride. It was very hurtful. But yeah, man, this whole lockdown has been nuts. As we all are in California, I've been quarantined with my girlfriend, which we met about 5 months before the quarantine. So we've learned a lot about each other. Like, I know her middle name now, and she knows I'm the worst. So it's been a very fun 8 months. But she's tremendous. Before this, we went on vacation together. We got in this huge fight in the hotel room. She went on level 3 flip out. Ladies, you know what that is? Yelling, crying, throwing stuff, right? In the hotel room, she starts panicking. She starts threatening me. She's like, I'm going to jump out the window. That's what she said, verbatim. Threatens me. So I'm going to jump out the window because the way you make me feel. I was like, oh, damn, I panicked. I'll run downstairs. I'll wake up the manager. I'm like, hey, man, wake up. Me and my girlfriend just got in this huge fight. He's like, that's not my problem. I was like, look, man, I don't think you get it. She's trying to jump out the window. She's going crazy. I need your help. He's like, that's not my problem. I was like, it is your problem. The window is stuck. All right, you need to go up there and fix that. And that is the joke that generally gets me no ladies after the show, by the way. Not a lot of lady fans after the show. So they're like, we didn't like that joke. I was like, well, you know, that's what happens. You're at a comedy show. Settle down. But it is weird doing stand-up comedy with so little people now. I mean, used to be we'd travel a lot. Actually, you know what? Some parts of it I do not enjoy at all. Like, I remember when you have to travel and do touring, you had to do radio in the mornings, which was awful. I remember the last time I was on the road, I do radio at 7 a.m. After 3 shows on a Friday, 2 shows on a Saturday, they made me do radio Saturday morning at 7 a.m., which is an awful time for any psychopath like myself. But I showed up on time because I'm a professional, right? I always remember this, man. I go to the radio station. I'm like, please don't ask me anything complicated. I've been up for 4 minutes, and I'm not ready for any of this, right? And the DJ lied to me. He said, don't worry about it, man. I'm going to put you on air. We'll plug your show. We'll get you in and out. I'm like, thank you. This traitor, right? Right when I get on air, the first question he asked me is like, hey, man, we're talking about men's fantasies today. Swear to God. I was all like, yeah. He was like, what? He was like, yeah, if you were stuck in an elevator with anybody in the world, who would you want to be stuck with? I was like, the elevator mechanic. Like, Who else would I want to be stuck with on a broken elevator? This is an awful idea. But traveling was fun, though. I got to do a lot of shows in the UK, in India, which is fun. I did shows in the UK. I don't know if you know this, but they don't like Americans in the UK. Did you guys know that? They hate us. They think we're lazy and stupid. And I wanted to say something back to them, but I couldn't because I was very fatigued. I didn't have the facts, you know? And then I did shows in India, which I forgot. We don't use toilet paper in India, if you know that. We use water in our hands because we believe that's more hygienic and better for the environment, which is fine with me. But the problem is they told me this 8 days into the trip after I high-fived half of New Delhi. I was like, when were you going to tell me this? This is off-the-play knowledge. Right? And then my cousins were excited to see me. They wanted to impress me. The first place they took me to was an amusement park. That sounds like fun, right? Roller coasters in a third world country, right? I'm already afraid of heights. Now I'm going up this wooden roller coaster, and I'm like, I'm going to die. There's no way I'm going to survive this, right? And then my cousin looks at me, he's like, don't worry, buddy. These roller coasters are just like the ones you have in America. Don't you worry, buddy. Don't you worry. I was like, okay, cool, right? I look down. I see two Indians pulling a rope. I swear to God. One of them gave me the thumbs up. I'm like, put your hand back in the rope, bro. And then I thought to myself, wow, that rope must smell like poop. I wouldn't touch that rope, huh? You like that? A little poop joke? No big deal. No, but it is crazy, though, man. This whole thing's been turning everybody's lives upside down, which is, it is what it is. But I'm glad that everybody is at home, safe. You know, I really hope you guys, just stay safe. And, you know, for me, I just literally do a bunch of Zoom shows now, which is basically the equivalent of doing nothing. I do a lot of college shows where basically just speaking to college kids while they're playing on their iPads. So it is a big difference from touring and selling out theaters to basically on my Zoom. And by the way, I'm half muted half the time. Like, I'm like the worst Indian in technology ever. Like, my cousins watch me and I'm just speaking without on the mute and they're just calling me like, what are you doing? You're a failure to our culture. I'm like, shut up, Raj, tell me. How do I reboot it? What do I do? I need help. No, it's crazy being a stand-up comedian, though, in my culture. As an Indian, I mean, you know, I have a cousin that's an astronaut. And he's a jerk. He calls me every time he sees an Indian on TV. He's like, why aren't you this guy? Why aren't you on television? I'm like, dude, you know, it's like, it's weird. That's why I really enjoy the SpaceX. What was it? Tesla through that spaceship up there? That was great. I called my cousin right up and was like, hey, man, why aren't you on the shuttle? What happened? Didn't make the cut? Guess we have the same agent. Things are going rough for both of us, jerk. Yeah, dude, but my mom is awesome. She's, again, very overprotective. My dad is not overprotective. He's the worst. He should be in jail. I was in Canada and I was watching this show on Dateline where this kid got left in Target for 2 hours and he sued his parents for neglect. Really? My dad should be on death row if that's neglect. I immediately thought to myself, I remember when I was 9 years old, my dad took me to Black Angus and he left his wallet at home and he left me there as collateral. Collateral, I swear to God. They weren't even asking for collateral. He was just all like, look, I forgot my wallet, take my kid, I'll be right back. I'm like, where are you going? You're killing. And technology is not very, very fond. My family just doesn't understand. My mom is the worst at technology. My mom just learned how to start text messaging people, which is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life. My mom text messages me the most useless text messages in the history of text messages, right? I swear to God, I got one from her the other day. This is what it said verbatim. I whip it out, it says, oh my God, the remote is not working. Yeah, it goes on. I think it is broken, beta. Oh, wait, never mind. I have fixed it. Don't you worry, buddy. Don't you worry. I'm like, Mom, why would you send this after you fixed a remote, right? Why does your text messages have Indian accents? What app is this? I don't like it. She's a nut job, but she's great. She's my mom, and she loves me dearly. You know, I remember basically quarantine is not that big deal for me at all. I was quarantined with my mom for the first like 35 years of my life. You know, Indian parents, they're just all like, where do you think you're going? I'm like, I'd like to just move out. No, you're not. No, you're not. And I'm like, come on, Mom, let me go. You're a nice lady, understand that. But yeah, man, my mom is the boss of my family, though. That's the boss. My dad's useless. I didn't realize how useless my father was until I was like 8 years old. Until my mom was out grocery shopping. I asked my dad for some permission. He apparently had no authority to give me. I was 8 years old. I go to my dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, can I go play in the sprinklers? He's like, you want to go play in the sprinklers, buddy? You go ahead. You have a good time. Don't you worry, buddy. Don't you worry. I was like, I wasn't worried. And so he said that 3 times. But now I'm very worried, Father. Thank you, right? 5 minutes later, I'm in the sprinklers having the time of my life. And then guess who shows up, right? Out of nowhere, my mom, like a falcon, she just lands in a sidewalk pissed. I've never seen her this mad before. She's like, hey, she just points at me. She's like, hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? I was like, I'm playing in the sprinklers. She's like, who told you? Point them out. Who told you? I would like to meet the person that told you that you could play in the sprinklers. I'm like, Mom, Dad told me I could play in the sprinklers. She's like, oh, you asked your father for permission. You might as well have asked a banana. A banana. And then my dad sells me out because he's scared of my mom, right? She's like, did you tell him we could play in the sprinklers? He's like, I don't even know this guy. Who is this guy? I'm like, Dad, I'm your son, the guy you left at Black Angus. What the hell are you talking about? Again, though, it was by far an honor hosting and performing the show. And again, we're all going to get through this together. And hopefully next year we'll be back with you guys live. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Take care of others. And my name is Kabir Singh. And again, it was an absolute pleasure performing for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. And thank you guys for being such great people, raising a lot of money for a great cause. Thank you very much. And let's all have a great year, huh? 2021. It's over. 2020 is over. Thank you guys. You guys have been great.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here as we celebrate our Diamonds in Education. I'm here to recognize Rhonda Neagle, a board member who truly embodies the meaning of community service. The Guy Emanuele Service Award is presented annually to a volunteer who has gone above and beyond for our organization. It's our way of saying thank you to a very special person. Rhonda first joined us in 2011. She started as a board member, and before too long, she had moved up to become our board secretary and served in that role for 6 years. She ensured that our corporate records were meticulously maintained, took excellent meeting minutes, and generally helped any of us who needed an assist with a project. She worked on every one of our events, often sitting at the registration table, welcoming guests or selling raffle tickets. She was a volunteer you could always count on, competent, committed, and happy to be there. She took over as chair of our Muttstrut event in 2014, where she learned that wrangling is an essential skill for an outdoor event with 100 or so dogs. She managed a team of adults and youth who worked together to make the Muttstrut fun and successful and established clear wrangler guidelines for every aspect of the event. These guidelines are still in use to this day. After serving in that role for 5 years, she retired as chair of the Muttstrut, but she is still an active part of our board. Again, I would like to thank Rhonda Neagle for her dedication and her exemplary service to the New Haven Schools Foundation. Congratulations, Rhonda.
Thank you, John. I had the pleasure of working with Guy Emanuele, and I'm proud to receive this award in his name. As the Logan administrator charged with attending the fun run back in 2011, I was sitting at the registration table chatting with Barbara Valle. I mentioned that I was contemplating joining the Foundation's board of directors when I retired. She encouraged me, and the seeds of volunteerism were planted. Soon the position of secretary was open, and Barbara asked if I would take the job. It didn't take long for me to become immersed, and I next took on one of our biggest and best events, the Muttstrut. Being on the board is an interesting experience, and I get to work with many friends from Logan and the ESC. The fact that my peers in the foundation chose me for this honor is particularly satisfying. After the initial surprise of being selected, I want to say how humbled I am to be part of such a stellar group. Thank you.
We are the James Logan High School Choir, and we are here to tell you how much the New Haven Schools Foundation matters to us and other students.
And how much your donation tonight matters to us.
Extracurricular programs like ours struggle to pay for supplies, competitions, equipment, travel, and other expenses.
Academic programs like science, literacy, the arts, and athletics face budget cuts.
We are grateful to the Foundation for supporting the choir and other student activities.
Without you, we wouldn't have wireless microphones for performances.
And the school experience for students would not be as rich.
Our teachers will be applying for NHSF grants in February, but funding is limited because COVID-19 has hampered fundraising efforts.
Plus,
This year, teachers and students are virtualizing the entire school experience.
Graduating seniors will also apply for college scholarships through the Foundation's program.
There's a huge need in our schools, and to meet the need, we are asking you to support us through the Fund a Need drive that is happening right now at diamondsineducation.com.
Your bid is your donation to this cause.
Every donation counts.
We'll be back later in the program to sing for you. On behalf of the New Haven students, thank you.
Listen, guys, this would be a really good time to make sure you're logged on. So go to diamondsineducation.com and click on the auction, or you can launch your Greater Giving app on your cell phone. If you're registered on the Greater Giving app using your cell phone number, you should have already received a confirmation text message.
Now would be a great time to get yourself set up for bidding on the Diamonds in Education auctions or to donate. Start by going to diamondsineducation.com and click on Visit the Auction. That will take you to the Diamonds in Education gallery at the Greater Giving site that is handling our auction and donations. Just click on Get Started. If you've used Greater Giving before, simply log yourself in and you're all set. If you're new to Greater Giving, click on Create Account and stick with me. Enter and confirm your email address, then click the box to prove you're a real person. Before you know it, you'll receive an email message, and all you have to do with that is click the link to confirm you entered the right address. That will bring you back to Greater Giving, where you will enter your name, address, mobile phone number, and credit card information. Click on Create, and you're all set to see the New Haven Schools Foundation's Diamonds in Education gallery for when you decide to bid on some of our awesome auction items or donate to help students in the New Haven Unified School District.
And you do not want to miss the chance to bid on some of these very special items, people, including a large screen color TV, a Livermore Wine Country getaway at the Purple Orchid Spa, been there, very nice, a cozy mountain retreat and trucking near ski resort in Lake Tahoe, which I have driven past many times and got in traffic, and backed by popular demand, a paella party at Tony and Helen's house, which is by far the most popular one from what I understand. You'll hear more momentarily. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. Let's go live to John Thompson with tonight's Fund a Need auction. Let's go, John. Let's do this, baby.
Thanks, Kabir. Coming up, we have 6 items for you to bid on in our live auction, followed by our Fund a Need auction. But before we get started, we need to thank a few more people. First of all, good job, Kabir. What a great set. I can't imagine doing that without an audience. It was awesome. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Second, we have an additional Sapphire sponsor who wasn't mentioned earlier in the show. Great appreciation goes to Integral Communities for always supporting New Haven. I'd also like to give a shout out to Russell Foote Photography. Russell and his crew took all of the photos at our previous galas, and we hope you've been enjoying them throughout tonight's program. Finally, I want to welcome our California State Assembly member, Bill Quirk, who's in the audience tonight. Thank you for your support, Bill. And now we can move on to the auction. So before we get started, a couple reminders. First, make sure you're logged in to diamondsineducation.com. You have to be logged in order to bid. You can't bid from either YouTube or Facebook, only from diamondsineducation.com. Second, the silent and Fund a Need auctions will remain open until January 29th, so you'll have additional time to continue bidding on those items. Now, for the live items, you can look at them now. You can go check them out. You can start bidding on them. I will go through each item. We'll get as many bids in as we can, then we'll close them out and announce the winner and move on to the next one. But you can look at them and start the bidding now. You may also notice a little bit of a lag between when you submit a bid and when you see it in the video feed. There's a few second delay. And so please get the bids in and be patient. I'll try to make sure we get everyone before we close them out. That said, let's get started on the auction. So our first auction item is a Samsung 55-inch ultra-high definition TV. The kind of TV that you may want to upgrade to when, what's that event coming up in a couple weeks, Super Bowl? I know that if my wife would let me buy this TV or have this TV, I would be bidding on it myself. Anyway, we already have a first bid. Before I start, this is donated by the Alameda County, let's see, I'm sorry, hang on one second. This is Richard Valle. Right in front of me. I'm sorry, Richard. Thank you for your donation. Alameda County Supervisor Richard Valle, valued at $500. And our first bid is at $125. Okay, so we're already up to, didn't even start, we're up to 175. Do you have anybody that wants to go to 200? So a bid for 200. Anybody want to go? Oh, 225. Great deal. This is a ultra high definition crystal processor technology. This is something, I don't know even what that means, but I know it's better than anything I have in my house. So 225 is too good a deal. Can we go 250? Anybody want to go 250? 270, 250, 250, 230. Anybody want to go 230 out there? Any other bids? 225 is where we're at. 225 going once. Anybody else here? Well, we got a little bit of a lag, so I have to wait. It can't be that simple. Oh, 275. We have a bid for 275. That's that lag coming in there. So do we have a bid for 300? Remember, this is a $500 value TV. And 325. Michael Ritchie jumped in there. Thank you, Michael. 325. Still a great deal at 325. A great deal at 350. We have a 350 or a 375. Thank you, Rebecca. 375. How about 400? Anybody want to go 400? Still undervalued at 400. Anybody want to take it up to 400? I'll let a little bit of time go by here because we do have that lag. 400. 375 is the current bid. Do we have 400? Anybody want to go 400 on this TV? 400 going once. 400. Anybody else? Again, I have to wait for a little bit of a lag here. This is the odd part. Doing a live auction online is, it looks like we have a 425 coming in. There it is, 425. Michael Ritchie coming in. So anybody else here? 425. $500 value TV. It'd be hard to let this go for less than 450. So come on, folks. You can. Anybody want to go? Oh, I have that. It looks like there's a bid coming in for 475. Whoa. Okay, it hasn't hit yet. But again, this is going to be part of this process here, folks. There's a little bit of lag time between when you see it. There it is. Rebecca's coming back in at 475. All right, still undervalued at 475. Can we take it to 500? Can we take this bid to 500? We've got 475. Rebecca Tarantino is at 475. 475 going once. Do we have anybody else? Again, this is a little strange not having people in the same room with me here, but so have to let a little bit of time go by. 475 going once. 475 going twice. Sold. Rebecca, you have got yourself a nice 55-inch ultra high definition TV. Thank you, Rebecca. All right, so now we'll move on to our second item. Now this one, the TV was pretty cool, but boy, I learned, I didn't know about the Purple Orchid Spa before this event. Now I can't wait to go. So this is a fantastic opportunity to get a gift certificate to the Purple Orchid Spa. And I could talk about it for quite a while, but we actually have a video that does a much better job of showing you what you get for your gift certificate. And I think we're ready to go to the video now. Let's check it out.
I'm Rhiannon.
I'm Derek.
Welcome to the Purple Orchid Wine Country Resort and Spa, a world-class resort where people gather.
In 1996, upon completion, the resort was the largest Lincoln log structure of its time in the country. The resort has 10 rooms, all equipped with jacuzzi tubs, fireplaces, and their own unique individual charm.
From anywhere on our resort, you have a picturesque view of the Livermore Valley countryside.
We never thought in a million years we'd be farmers, but today we sit amongst 24 acres of olive trees and we're producing some of California's best extra virgin olive oil.
Our olive oil is presented during our gathering hour, used in the kitchen for our plated meals, and incorporated into spa treatments. Here at our resort, we believe a wedding should be more than a 4-hour event. And that's the charm of the Purple Orchid. We have 10 rooms for you and your family to stay in, giving you not just a day of events, but an entire weekend to gather and create lifelong memories as your two families become one. So we invite you to gather with us at the Purple Orchid Wine Country Resort and Spa.
Look forward to seeing you soon. How do we do, huh?
Wow. Okay, I'm ready to go, and it looks like a lot of you are as well. So we've already this was a market value bid of 600. We're already at 690. So this, just so you know too, this is a gift certificate, so you can use it towards staying there at the spa, or if you live close by and you just want to use that to access their amenities, you can stretch that $600 out even more. So it's a great option. Our bid right now is we have Mary Rodriguez at $750 on this bid. Wow. Okay. Do we have $800? Anybody want to take this up to 800? 810. 810. It looks like that's where looks like we have a bid coming in at about 810. Or no, that's 810 is the next bid amount. Do we have anybody wants to go from 750 to 810? All right. Not yet. No 810. 750 is the current bid. I know Mary. Mary, thank you. I know you would enjoy that, but I think we could probably do better than 750. Even that's a very generous bid. How about we nobody for 810? How about do we want to drop that down to? Nope. We're going to stay at 810. There again. There's this lag time. I wish I could see all of you out there. This is really strange. Last year I got to do the live auction with everybody in the room, and this is really strange. But this is, again, 750 right now is the current bid. Kind of waiting for that little lag here. Let's see. I'm getting some help here from people that can see the numbers come in faster than I can. Just bear with me here for a minute. This, I don't know if you know, but this was featured on the TV show Hotel Fixer. So it went from the owners it's a TV show, right? So they had the Hotel Fixer TV host, Anthony Melcari, I think, and came in, helped them turn that place around, and now it's a gold medal accommodation award by Touring and Tasting Magazine. So this is something definitely worth spending your money on, and it's just the perfect nearby retreat. So we still have a bid of 750. 750. Anybody want to take it higher than that? 800? 800? 750 is where we're at. Looking around, and again, bear with me here, because this is trying to see if people see the crew helping me see these bids come in faster than I do. There's lots of other things to do here as well. You saw the video, swimming pool, olive and vino hour. That sounds great right now. So where are we at? Anybody else? Any of the folks helping out there? 750? 750 going once. Mary, I think you might have this. 750 going twice. Well, I know Mary can use this, and so Mary, congratulations. You have a $600 gift certificate to the Purple Orchid. Awesome. She deserves it, and good for you, Mary. I hope you enjoy it. All right, on to our third item. So now this item is the other items have been great, of course. This item is one that I don't use the word unique lightly. This is a unique opportunity where Washington Hospital, who's been a great supporter of our schools, has recently created a new facility called the Morris Hyman Critical Care Pavilion. And this is an opportunity to go with several friends, a group of people, and tour this new facility. You can't really put a value on this. This is, like I said, you can't go to Amazon and buy this, folks. This is something that you can only get through this auction. So the package includes a private tour of the hospital in the critical care unit. You get to meet the CEO, Kimberly Hartz. She'll be there. You get to have lunch there. And depending on what's going on with COVID and all of that, we'll see how that works either there or at a local restaurant. But the fun part will be touring the over 224,000 square foot facility with cutting edge, state-of-the-art facilities. So let's see, do we have any bids out there? Do we want to start bidding at How about we start bidding at $500? Any takers for $500 on this one? I know it's a little bit different. Hey, what a great opportunity to see something new, a brand new facility, a hospital before it even really gets rolling. They're trying some pretty creative and innovative things there too, such as they have a rolling facility where the beds can be rolled out into open air to help with the healing process. So any bids right now? We're no takers at 500 so far. All right, let's see. The lunch at the hospital isn't swaying you, huh? Well, you can go to a restaurant nearby as well. Anyway, this is like I said, a very interesting and unique opportunity. So far, no bids. Yeah, it's Washington Hospital being able to hang out with the CEO of a business like that and have lunch over there and get a private meeting with the CEO is pretty cool. So that's something, again, you can't pay for. Bidding at 500 right now. How about we want to knock it down to 400? Any takers at 400? No takers at 400. This might not be our biggest seller of the night. So, give me a minute. All right, we'll see here. Again, I'm going to wait a couple more minutes here, and we'll see where we get with this item. So, and again, I can't say enough about Washington Hospital and their system. They've really, again, they've benefited our students in so many ways, and this is kind of a neat change for them over there with this critical care pavilion. So how about down to 300? Any takers at 300? Any bids at 300? Anybody want to start the bidding at any other amount? 200? Any bids at 200? Now, come on. Lunch with a group of your friends for $200 sounds like a pretty good deal anywhere. So, there we go. We have a bid for 200. Okay. Maybe that'll get things rolling here. So how about 250? Anybody want to take it up to 250? Again, you get to hang out with a group of your friends, assuming that the COVID restrictions are all fine. And what better place to make sure you're COVID compliant than a hospital, right? So 250, anybody want to go check this out? With a group of your friends, lunch included for $250. I think we're probably at, let's see, we have 200 as the bid right now. I'm going to wait just another minute or two. I don't want to dwell too long on this. What do we think? 200? Anything else coming in out there?
So why don't we just keep that one
okay.
open a little
All right. We'll keep this. The decision is to keep this one open for a little bit longer. We're going to move on, though, to our next item, our next bidding item, which is now we're starting to get into some of the classics. If you've ever been to a gala before, you know that the Tahoe cabin that is one of our favorites. And this is something, I see, let me open it up here. There we go. You also know that Cindy and Mike O'Brien have generously donated this cabin for this auction. Boy, I don't know for how long. And this is a favorite. It is about 10 minutes. It's in Truckee, about 10 minutes from, I don't even think I need to say anything. People are already bidding on this. From North Star, and we all know, and even if you've ever been up there, you know that this is a great opportunity. The value is about $800 on market value, and we already have bids up to $980. Don Del Pilar won it last year, so you're going to have to work to outcompete Don here, I think. We've got a bid for $980. Our next bid, can we take it up to $1,060? Can we take this amount from $980 to $1,060? It is definitely, the market value might be around $800, but the experience is worth a lot more than that. I love that area personally, and I know that this is that every year people love this item, and I don't think we've ever had an unhappy bidder that's gone up there and not had a weekend well worth more than the $980. Don, if you get this for $980, it's going to be a steal. We've got $1,060. How about anybody want to take it up to? We're still holding at $1,060 here for a little while. And any looking around, this is strange because I can't see all of you, but we're going to see if there's a little bit of a lag going here and see if we pick up anybody. $1,060, $1,050, anybody? Anybody want to try anything over 1,000? I think this could be 980. So close, so close. I think there's something coming through. Don, I know you want this, but I think there's probably people out there that are just getting there. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. People getting there. They're grouped together. You get a couple people together, and oh, there it is. 1060. 1060. All right. So let's see if we can take that up just a little higher. We're going to go. Okay, 1140 is the dollar amount we're shooting for now. 1140. And again, this is for a little over $1,000 to get a weekend in Truckee, 10 minutes from North Star. You know, I don't know. I have trouble figuring out whether I like it more in the winter or the summer up there. It's beautiful year round. This offer, you can, if you get this, you have until January 2022 to use it. You're just coordinating with the owners, and they've been very, very flexible in the past to help us out. Do we have 1140? 1140. Right now the bid is 1060. 1140, anybody want it? This is I mean, talk about a great way right now. You can't go many places in this COVID world. Tahoe is one of the places you've been able to go, and you can quarantine up in Truckee. Oh my gosh, sounds good. I'm ready to go right now. Anybody else? 1140, 1140. 1140. All right, maybe drop it down a little. How about 1100? Anybody want an even 1100? Just $40 more away. $40 away, 1100. Anybody? All right, we're still at 1,060. Don, you're gonna let it go for just a few bucks more? I don't know. I think you and Barbara had a fabulous time. There it is, 1140. Yeah, that's it. All right, so way to go, Don. Well, I think that's, should we say Don going once for 1140? Don, anybody else? I've got 1220 is what the number we're shooting for. We're gonna try it take it up a little higher. Anybody else? Anybody else? We've got 1220 is where we're shooting. 1200, 1220, 1220, 1200. We know Don loves this place. I think we go 1140 to Don Del Pilar going once. Don is going twice. Anybody out there? It's your last chance to beat out Don for this place. All right, sold to Don Del Pilar once again for 1140. Enjoy. I know you've enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoy it again. I know you will. All right, on to our next item. And while the cabin is an item that everyone loves every year, I don't think anybody loves anything more than Helen and Tony's paella dinner. This is a tried and true favorite. This is paella. This is great wine. This is, if you've had Tony's paella, well, if you haven't, you need to. And if you know Helen, you know that she will take care of all of the details to make this a great evening. And if you know Helen and Tony, you know they love great wine. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that great wine flowing that night. So, yeah, this sounds good. Can we start this? Can we just all bid on it here and just have it tonight? It's already sold?
We paid the buy now price.
There's a buyout price. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, let's see where we're at. So we have the buyout price. We've got Michael O'Brien who hit the buyout price of $1,200. So, all right. Well, I'm being told that Helen and Tony are here with us tonight. You can't see them, but they are here, and they're putting their heads together, and it looks like we may be able to offer a second paella dinner for 6. If anybody else is interested, Michael O'Brien just jumped right in and grabbed it. If anybody else is out there, we're going to try to auction off another evening at Tony and Helen's house with the paella. So the evening, just in case you haven't, you've probably read it, but it starts off with a sparkling wine called cava. Fantastic. I love that. I love the cava with tapas, style hors d'oeuvres, traditional Spanish paella, and then the I know that great wines, particularly if you love, well, Helen and Tony love wine, and I know they love Portuguese wine, and there's some great wines they have access to, finished with a decadent dessert. If you are willing to get this second one, we're not quite ready yet, and we'll.
Be there now. You're going to have
okay.
to move to a new,
all
new
right.
item back in the menu.
All right, I'm going to have to go. I have to shift back here. This is really, again, doing this digitally is very strange, but I'm going to jump back in here and see if we can. Oops. Okay, I got a screen here that I'm looking at that has all of these items on it, and let me see if I can find. It looks like I still have the same one, Helen. So what you don't see is there's a whole crew really trying to make sure I don't screw this up. Okay. And they're all here, and they're helping out with the tech details, and they're trying to redo the ability. Okay, looks like it's there for you to bid on. And okay, and I don't see it on my screen, but I don't know that I need to. So I think with a little help around here, we can get this started. Okay, yeah. See, I don't see anything to click on, but is that? Oh, did I miss it? I probably need to refresh the screen. All right, bear with us, folks. Here, this is part of the digital online experience. At least you can be patient while you're sitting at home on your couch, right? Instead of sitting on a chair in a. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay. So thank you. So, all right. Jack is starting the bidding at 1 cent. So, Jack, we're going to have to do a little better than that, I think. Tony and Helen, for them, this isn't like buying a TV where you can, it's just something that we give you. This is a lot of work and energy and effort that Tony and Helen are ready to put into. So if we don't get to if we don't get to a certain amount, I don't think it's going to be worth their time to spend all of that energy working on a paella dinner. If you've ever had paella, and I'm assuming if you're bidding on this, you have, you know it's a lot of work to prepare, and it is absolutely wonderful to eat. So, yeah. So let's talk about this a little bit more. So, again, it starts off with the sparkling wine, the cava wine. It gets into the hors d'oeuvres. You get into the paella. Tony is willing to make it flexibly. So if you're a vegetarian, it can be done that way. You end with some dessert, some great wines, and again, it's if you don't know a whole lot about wine and you like wine. This dinner will be a nice experience that way too, because Helen and Tony can give you it could be almost a wine experience along with it. All right, so we are, and let's see here. We still don't have any other bidders yet other than Jack T with a 1 cent bid. Just so you know, many of the wines that they serve are highly rated wines too. And for example, there's all Wine Spectator and Decanter and all those groups that rate wines, and they have many of them that are 90 points and higher, which is a really good score. So this is, if the bidding ever does get to 1,200 or above too, they're also willing to throw in a night's stay out at a hotel nearby, because their home is in Tracy. So if you get all the way out to Tracy, eat some paella, have some wine, with a group of 6 friends, if you have a few couples that want to get together and put in on this bid together, now's a great time to pool some money. We're going to let it go for looks like another 2 minutes, and if we don't get any bidders, we're probably going to close this one off to start with. Is that right? Am I seeing that? Okay. Yeah, we don't have a.
Why don't we come back to it after?
Yeah.
After the blues wagon.
Okay, why don't we go back to, we'll move on for now. Sorry, we're trying to do this on the fly here, folks. And we're going to move on to our last one, another classic for.
We got another bidder at 1,000.
Okay, you can still keep bidding on that, folks, that paella dinner. We'll come back. We're going to go to the party wagon, and then we're going to come back to the.
Tell them the bidding is open for the paella.
Yeah. The bidding is, if you are out there and you're looking at moving on to the party wagon, but you're still interested, maybe you're calling a couple friends and trying to get a few couples or a few friends together for the paella dinner, you still have time to bid on it. We're going to go to the party wagon, we're going to bid on that, we're going to close that out, and then we're going to come back to the paella dinner number 2. So the party wagon, I mean, boy, this is a wagon that is truly a portable party. It is a wagon loaded with booze, and you've got really good quality booze. You have a couple really nice tequilas, for example. You have a Patron Reposado. You've got Sapphire Gin. You've got Jameson's Whiskey, Kettle One. Bailey's, a couple different types of vodka, like the Kettle One and the Deep Eddy vodka, lots of different wine. One of my favorites, Tobless Creek, is one of my favorite Southern California, Central Coast vineyards. They make fantastic wine. We have here we go. There we go. This is a value. This is donated, by the way, by many of the New Haven Schools Foundation members. So thank you for pitching in. Market value of about $740, and we have a bid right now for $785. So $785, 860 is coming in. So we have, $785 is the current bid. We're shooting for $860. So $785, we're going for $860. Anybody want to go to $860? Just think about it this way, folks. This is either a perfect COVID survival cart for you. If you need to hunker down and quarantine, this will take care of you. It should last you well through the pandemic, or even better, a post-pandemic party wagon, where you don't even need to go to Bevmo or anyplace else. You just wheel this in and you've got a portable party ready to go. $785 is our current bid. Jack T is serious about this one. So we're shooting for $860. Anybody else? Anybody want to take it up from $785? $860. Anybody out there at $860? It has a lot of great high quality alcohol in it, but then say you want to have a post-COVID sangria party. This has a bunch, 6, I believe, magnums of Sauvignon Blanc. Perfect for making that some type of sangria or some type of drink like that. So this truly is a party on wheels. We are already up to, looks like we have a bid for $860. Ramon, $860. All right, Ramon Camacho, principal of Cesar Chavez Middle School. We're shooting for $935. $935. Anybody out there want to take it out of Ramon's hands? Ramon's bid is $860. $935 is what we're shooting for. Again, this is just not having to go to the store to buy any of this stuff is worth the price alone right there. So anybody want to go higher than $860? We got $935. Pitch in a few. Call your buddies, call your friends. Pitch in a few bucks and split this card up if you want. Plan that post-pandemic party, whatever you want to do with it. We've got. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I'm just being told that we were discovering this here too. You may need, if you want to see the current bids, to refresh your page, because we have to do that from time to time to make sure we're looking at the right information. So in this live auction, sometimes we need to refresh the live auction. We're still hoping for $935. $935. No, don't see any takers at $935. How about do we want to go a little bit lower? $900? $900 maybe? Any takers for $900? Right now the current bid is $860. $860.
Wait.
What's going on?
Is it bid? Is it sold?
$860 is I think we're at $860 right now for this. Do we have $900? Nobody? Jack, you don't want to step this up and go to $900? We've got Ramon ahead of you there. Jack T, are you out there? $900? Anybody? All right, I think we're at the stage here where we've got, I think we're going once for $860. Ramon, you may be wheeling a cart out of here with a lot of alcohol on it. $860 going once. $860 going twice. $860. The party wagon is now property of Ramon Camacho. Nice job, Ramon. Thank you very much for your bid. All right, so those were our auction items. We're going to go back. I just want to go back and see if there is, in fact, a second paella party. And I'm going to check with the behind-the-scenes folks here and see. The paella party closed already? The second one?
Congratulate Jim Shannon.
Wow, okay. The second paella party is sold and closed to Jim Shannon. So, wow, thank you, everybody. That's 2 paella parties? That's a lot of work for Tony and Helen. You're going to be busy. But it's for a good cause, right? So that's fantastic. All right. Well, the present when teachers have been awarded had their projects that they've submitted funded by Fund a Need donations. I've been there when kids have received the scholarship money that they get from the donations here. And if you were there and you watched this happen, boy, you would be, I think, if you have the means and you're able to, this, I can tell you, it is, any donation you make here is going directly to making kids and teachers very happy. And of all years, I can tell you, it's, this has been a tough year for our kids, a tough year for our teachers. And the needs have never been greater. And the money that you're kicking in here will be probably never better spent than now. So the way this works is we're going to start with a dollar amount and see if we can get people who are willing to donate at a set dollar amount. And then we'll slowly lower that dollar amount until hopefully anybody that it wants to donate but just may not have a whole lot of ability to do so finds an amount that works for them. So we're going to start the Fund a Need dollar amount at $1,000. And so I'm going to shift over my screen over here so I can see where we're at with this. But oh my gosh, wow, we already have, let me just check here. Right now we have 2 people that I can see. Let me scroll down. Galen Hamilton, thank you, Galen Hamilton. Galen Hamilton just donated $1,000 in a Fund a Need. Wow, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
wow.
And we just got $2,500 over the phone from
oh my gosh.
Richard
Valle just upped. He just took us above and beyond. He broke the bar here. $2,500 from Alameda County Supervisor Richard Valle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, and a couple other people have jumped in here. Mikey McKelvey, one of our New Haven Unified School District's own $1,000 donation into the Fund a Need, and the Union City Lions Club also has funded a $1,000 into the Fund a Need auction. Wow, do we have anybody else out there that, Kimberly Hartz, oh my gosh. Kimberly, thank you. Thank you for that generous donation. This is fantastic. This is, wow, this is amazing. So anybody else out there that wants to fund at that level, that is truly amazing. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Galen. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Lions Club. That very, very generous offers. So let's take it down a level. Let's take it down. I'm looking at the screen here, and we have people that have, some people that, but people are just, this is just amazing how generous people are. How about, do we have anybody for 7? No, okay, it looks like we're going to go down to 500. 500 is our next dollar amount. We have some people that have already donated that amount or exceeded it. Cheryl Coleman at $500. Thank you so much for that. Mr. Acosta for $500. Thank you. Joan Estrada at $600. That's fantastic. Scrolling through, and those are the folks that have donated the $500, between $500 and $1,000. Anybody else want to jump in at $500? Again, already some tremendously generous donations here. Looking down the screen here, bear with me while I'm looking through the list. Boy, I know I can't wait till Helen comes around with her team to give out some of the awards this year for our teachers and our students. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a good year for our kids, it looks like. So, and our teachers. So 500, any other takers at the $500 level? Wow, look at the dollar amount. So far we've raised $7,850. That's just, in this COVID environment, that is just pretty impressive and pretty amazing. All right, 500, let's go down to 250. Does anybody want to donate and jump in at $250? The people that have that are at that level or around that level, let me take a look here and see. We have, let's see, Michael Ritchie has donated $300. Thank you, Michael. Anybody else want to jump in at 250? Remy. 250. Oh, Remy. Look at Remy Fortier, looks like, has donated at $250. Am I missing anybody? Team? Anybody else see anything out there? Anybody else want to jump in at 250? All right. Okay. Let's take it down to $200. We have, let's see, I think we have Genevieve Randolph, who has donated at $200. John Shockley's donated at $200. Art and Cheryl Coleman have donated at $200. Anybody else? Now's your time if you want to to make a donation to our kids and our teachers at $200. Now is your time. And I hope I didn't miss anybody there. It looks like that. Anybody else want to jump in at $200? $200, anybody? Okay. Let's knock it down to $150. Anybody want to go $150? We have quite 100 seems to be a popular range. We're going to get there soon. We'll just stop briefly at $150. Anybody want to add in at $150? Oh, Michael O'Brien just donated. Boy, the O'Briens are really generous tonight. That's a $200 donation from Michael O'Brien. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And anybody, we're at the $150. Anybody $150 or above who wants to jump in now, now's a great time for our Fund and Need auction. I'm not seeing anybody, so that's fine. We will jump down to the $100 range. Patty Greenup, thank you for your $100 donation. Mary Rodriguez, Nancy George, Kathy Kelly, Gary Charlin, Cheryl Reese, Menami Jameson, and Kenyatta. All right, Kenyatta. I know, but that's $75 there, but we're getting there. But thank you, Kenyatta, as well. Raquel Brocage, Dr. Linda Stewart, Rebecca Stang, Rhonda Neagle, all kinds of people jumping in at $100. Anybody else want to jump in at $100? Now's your chance. This will be open, and this auction will remain open until the 29th of January. So if you're thinking about it and just can't commit tonight, that's fine too. Let's go down to $50. And lots of people jumping in at $50. Jerry Williams, Chuck Kennedy, Donna Sisk-Orbeck group. We have Angus Cochran. We've got Eileen McDonald, sorry about that. Sherry, and down at our district office in New Haven, Sherry Benefield. Let's see, and those are our $50 donors. I'm catching I've got the scroll bar up and down, and that's where I'm at. So, yeah, Chuck Kennedy, one of our substitute teachers, donated. All right, thanks, Chuck. Appreciate that. All right.
From
Eileen Reiner, $100. All right. Wow. Let's see, I'm looking through here, scrolling through again. Bear with me here. We have several people that have jumped in, again, at the $50. Angus Cochran and Gary Charlin. We've got some jumping in at the even. Whoops. Okay, Julie. I'm sorry, Julie. I'm not seeing that. Where's the?
It's a check.
Oh, okay, we got a check from Julie. Thank you, Julie. And there is no amount that's too small here. $25 is a great offer. Michael Ritchie, thank you. And again, $5. If you have anything that you want to just add, that's great. We're up to almost $8,550. This, again, will remain open until January 29th, along with our silent auction items. And I think we're probably pretty close. What do we think, team? We good for this? We're at $8,550 total, which is an amazing amount, considering I can't even see any of you out there. This is fantastic. So I think, folks, we are ready to transition out of our. Wait, hang on one second.
We are at $12,000.
We're at $12,000 total. Wow, this is a great night. That's you've just made kids and teachers $12,000 happier, everybody. I can tell you that. So thank you for that. The silent auction and the Fund and Need auction will remain open through the 29th of January. Folks, thank you so much for your generous offers. I can tell you firsthand, it's going to go directly to kids and teachers. Can't think of a better cause right now. Thank you very much. And with that, we're going to kick it back to Kabir.
Honestly, thank you all for bidding and for your donations. And thank you, John, for volunteering to be our auctioneer without a live audience, which is nearly impossible. But he nailed it like he always does. There are still some great silent auction prizes available. So we're going to keep this going. We're going to keep it open so you can continue bidding until January 29th. Now I would like to introduce Tracy Noriega, who will present our final Tom Kitayama Business Award tonight. Tracy is a former New Haven administrator who was recently appointed to the assistant superintendent in San Lorenzo, where the majority of my Indian family lives. However, she hasn't left us altogether, as she's continuing as a secretary of the New Haven Schools Foundation and is co-chair to this event. So please give a big, warm welcome to Tracy Noriega.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here tonight to present the Tom Kitayama Business Award to Tom Medeiros of Tom's Flowers. It is so fitting that our next honoree actually knew Tom Kitayama personally and worked with him. Tom Medeiros grew up in Union City and graduated from James Logan High School. The Kitayama Nursery was a local flower grower, and Tom Medeiros was a young florist just starting his career. His entrepreneurial spirit was evident even then, as Tom and his crew would sell Kitayama flowers on pop-up stalls all around Union City. Let's fast forward to our own history with Tom. For as long as any of us can remember, Tom's Flowers has been creating the centerpieces and floral arrangements at all of our events. Our Pathways to Success Scholarship Luncheon is an elegant affair, punctuated by fresh flowers on each table to be enjoyed by our students and their parents. At our annual gala, Tom ensures the centerpiece design serves as an anchor for the event theme, and he beautifully brings my decor vision to life. At the end of our events, guests are usually fighting to see who gets to take one home. From its early days as a small startup to the full-service floral business that it is today, Tom's Flowers has endured and has earned tremendous goodwill and loyalty from local customers. Tom Medeiros is the epitome of a successful business person who has never lost touch with his roots and his community. Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you so much, Tracy. I'd like to express my gratitude and appreciation to New Haven Schools Foundation. I was very close to Tom Kitayama as our family purchased our first flowers from Kitayama Nursery in Union City. So it means a lot to me to receive an award that is named for him. I'm truly humbled to receive this honor. It has been a pleasure to work with the foundation and to do my part to make your events a success. Having been a Logan student myself, I'm a huge supporter of programs that benefit local youth and our schools. This is my own small way to giving back to the community that raised me. Again, thank you to the foundation board for this recognition. I look forward to helping decorate more events in the future. Thank you.
Hey, congratulations, Tom. Next up, we have a very special guest who is coming to you from Sacramento, where the other half of my Indian family lives. Daryle Easton should be familiar to everyone here. She started her political career at the city council member in Union City, then served in the state assembly. She was elected state superintendent of public instruction and was a champion of education. Later, as a candidate for the governor of the state of California, she continued to advocate for students in schools. You all know her as the namesake of Daryle Easton Elementary School in Union City. Wow, let's give Daryle a warm welcome, everybody. Let's make some noise.
Hello, everyone. This is Daryle Easton. I just wanted to pop in and encourage you to support the New Haven Schools Foundation. Our schools do not have enough resources to cover the extracurricular programs that inspire innovation and enrich education. This year, times are even tougher for our teachers. They've had to come up with new teaching methods that work when students are staying at home. Your donation tonight will help ensure that school activities like forensics, choir, color guard, robotics clubs, and other programs receive the funding they need to keep our students engaged and thriving. So thank you for being here tonight and for digging deep to help our students in these most difficult times. Remember, as Neil Postman famously said, children are living messages we send to a time we will never see. What is our message to the future?
Thank you, Daryle, for making education your top priority. That means a lot to all of us. Now it's time for this evening's entertainment. Here from James Logan High School is the Logan Jazz Choir, led by the amazing vocal music director, Aaron McShane. Virtual applause, let's go.
We are like children, we're painted on canvases, picking up shades as we go.
Step back and admire my view. Can I use the colors I choose? Do I have some say what you use? Can I get some greens and some blues?
We're made by the pigment of paint that is put upon. Our stories are told by our hues. Like motley and bearded, these masters of peace and light, layers of colors and time.
Step back and admire my view.
Just admire my view.
Can I use the colors I choose?
Can I choose my colors?
Do I have some say what you use?
Do I have a say?
Can I get some blues?
We're just like children, we're painted on canvases.
Da da da, da da do, bum ba dum ba da da do, bum bum be dum ba do ba do ba da do, bum be bum bum dee da da do, ba do ya da do, bum be bum de.
We are like children, we're painted on canvases, picking up shades as we go. We start off with gesso, brushed on by people we know. Watch your technique as you go. Step back and admire my view. Can I use the colors I choose? Do I have some say what you use? Can I get some greens and some blues? We're made by the pigment of paint that is put upon. Our stories are told by our hues. Like motley and bearded, these masters of peace and light, layers of colors and time.
Step back and admire my view. Can I use the colors I choose? Do I say what you use?
Can I just have some say? Can I get some green and some blue?
We're just like children. Oh, we're just like children. Can I have some green and some blue? Can I have some?
Wow, that was amazing. Thanks to the James Logan Jazz Choir for that wonderful performance. I also want to give another thank you to our fabulous auctioneer, John Thompson, and to those of you who bid on the auction items. By the way, impossible to do an auction without an audience. I know. Since coronavirus, I've been doing a lot of Zoom shows without audiences. This is terrible. Speaking of Zoom, let's take you over to Zoom so we can meet the committee who worked on tonight's event. Let's bring them over here.
Hi, everyone. I'm John Shockley, president of the New Haven Schools Foundation. We'd like to thank you once again for participating in Diamonds in Education. But before we go, We want to recognize the team of foundation volunteers who put this event together. The people you see on your screen are members of our board of directors and our event team. Let me start by thanking our co-hosts for the evening, Kimberly Hartz, CEO of Washington Hospital Healthcare System, and Alameda County Supervisor Richard Valle. Now I'd like to introduce the co-chairs for the event committee, our treasurer, Galen Hamilton, and our secretary, Tracy Noriega. Galen?
Thanks, John. Thank everyone who helped organize and develop the video program for tonight's show. Let's first recognize the team at Edit One Productions who filmed all the segments for the Diamonds in Education program and then performed the magic behind the scenes to integrate the live auction and create a seamless show for your enjoyment. Say hello to the folks behind the cameras, Bill Emberly, John Tran, and Cody Young. Thank you guys. You guys have been awesome. And who could be, we have to thank our executive director, Helen Kennedy, who's just amazing in every way, coordinated the production of elements, scripted all the segments, and sourced the entertainment and special guests. Thank you, Helen. Again, you have outshined.
Thank you.
And Chuck Kennedy, Chuck, thanks so much for putting together the 30-minute pre-show video countdown and the sponsor video segments. So much appreciation goes to Chuck for this work. Thank you, Chuck.
Yes.
Finally, let's thank Superintendent John Thompson for being our auctioneer. I can't imagine trying to run an auction when you can't even see the audience or the bidders, but John, you did it in style. Thank you so very much. So let's have a big round of applause for the production team. Tracy, up to you.
Thanks, Galen. I want to recognize the rest of the volunteers who helped to get this show on the road. Our social media team included Michael Ritchie, Helen Kennedy, and myself, and we want to be sure to thank all of the board members who shared our posts to help spread the word. Michael Ritchie also wrote our press release and arranged for a story in the Tri-City Voice. Julie Zhu ran around town, delivering and hanging our banners to promote the event. Our action team was headed by Cindy O'Brien and Anson Ting, who picked up prizes from donors and will be delivering them to the winning bidders. Jerry Williams coordinated the party wagon and filled it with donations from our board members. Remy Fortier was in charge of the large screen TV. Helen Kennedy managed the Greater Giving auction setup and supported the bidding. I would also like to thank all of the board members and community supporters who donated prizes for our auction.
Thank you for all the work you did to make this a great event. And thank you to the sponsors, bidders, and Fund a Need donors who will ensure our program survive the COVID crisis and continue to support excellence and innovation in the New Haven Unified School District. And with that, on behalf of the New Haven Schools Foundation, I bid you good night. We hope to see you in person for next year's Diamonds in Education Gala.
That's amazing. Thank you to the planning committee for all your hard work. With that, we've come to an end of the Diamonds in Education. On behalf of the New Haven Schools Foundation Board of Directors and volunteers, I want to thank everybody for their support tonight. Don't worry if you haven't yet had a chance. You can still donate to Fund a Need through the diamondsineducation.com website until 11:59 on January 29th. Together, we are lighting the way for the leaders of tomorrow. This has been Kabir Singh. Thank you again for your generosity. Good night, have a wonderful evening, and a very happy new year.
Be yourself, free yourself. Be yourself, free yourself. Be yourself, free yourself. Be yourself, free yourself.
Some say that Claire is ashamed of her hair, and Tony is a little too bony. Grace doesn't like any part of her face. Keith never shows his teeth. Dan has arms like no other man, and like an orangutan. You know Kitty isn't pretty, Gwen is not a 10, and poor little Harry, I don't think he'll ever marry. You will never win when it's your face you put in the race. It is really time for a change now. Let's go from Twiggy to Miss Piggy. How come it's so hard to be the way you are? Everyone wants to change you. I wonder, even if you're not a model, you can be a star. No one but you can give you that break. How come it's so hard to be the way you are? Why don't you please let me know? I wonder how come it's so hard to be the way you are.
Be yourself, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself.
Do you know that Kyle has a terrible smile, and Sophie never will get her trophy? Ted, I'm afraid, is quite overfed. Rob, his nose needs a bob. You can tell Isabel has a...